Hey, it's meteorologist Cory Reppenhagen with the 9 News Weather Impact Team with a look at your forecast. It'll be another hot and toasty day across the Front Range with temperatures into the 90s. Quite a bit of sunshine, maybe a few afternoon clouds, but another dry day along the Front Range. Let's take a look outside at those weather conditions. We have clear blue skies, maybe a little bit of haze still in the background from that wildfire smoke coming down from the north and northwest, mostly from Wyoming, but there are several fires burning out to the northwest as well. Temperatures currently, don't think that 9 News one is right. That's pretty darn toasty for 11 o'clock in the afternoon, but it is 80 at DIA and upper 70s in other parts of the city. But we're heading up to a very warm day here into the 90s. Possibly breaking 91, 92 degrees here in the Denver metro area. Much of the Front Range the same as that little pocket of heat there along the Front Range, including Weld County as well out there towards Fort Morgan and even Sterling, possibly getting some 90 degrees. Temperatures today, some 70s up in the mountains as we'll get some sunshine briefly, but the clouds are already starting to form out there, and we'll get another round of just isolated rain showers across the parts of most of the mountains, but not really focused in any one particular spot, just where the moisture meets the slope of the terrain. And here's the forecast high temperatures for the rest of the state. Lots of warm temperatures out there in the area. So the next 12 hours here in Denver, we're looking at mostly sunny skies, lots of sunshine leading up all the way until about 3, 4 o'clock. And that's when we'll see something different that we haven't seen in the last couple of days, and that's some afternoon cloud cover. And that will come in just in time to give us a little bit of relief from the heat. So even though the temperatures are a few degrees warmer today than they have been, those clouds may provide some relief, which we didn't get the last couple of days. So if we do hit that 90-degree day here in Denver, it'll be the 1st of September and the 56th of the season. And we're about towards the end of this 90-degree climatology. So we're projecting a total of 60, which would be about 4 more after today. We'll hit one on Tuesday for sure, but the reason why we're right at about 60 projection is we really don't get that many 90-degree days here in Denver in the month of September. So we will come short of that record of 75. But when does it end? Usually September the 5th is the average final 90-degree day here in Denver. And that will be offset by an odd year last year. If you remember, it hit 91 degrees on the last day of September in 2023. That was the latest 90-degree day in 132 years. It's only hit 90 in October one time, and that was in the late 1800s. And I certainly have my doubts about that being accurate, but as far as the official records go, we just don't get 90s in October. So we're coming towards the end here. There is an end in sight, and it'll be helped along by a cold front that's coming, and we'll talk about that in a second. But first of all, for today, we do have some fire weather conditions, and fire weather is when the weather conditions are conducive for fire starts, and they're harder to put out, and they can spread faster. So the weather conditions will have that ability today, especially in the area that is highlighted in pink here. That's where the fire weather warning is in place in East Adams and East Arapahoe County. Wind gusts in the 35-mile-per-hour range. Not super concerning, but certainly up there. Those are the type of gusts that we were seeing when the when the Alexander Mountain fire and the fire in Lyons also started about that. Those were the winds that we had. So these would be mostly concerning the eastern plains. Grasses are still somewhat green out there. They haven't cured or died just yet. So but we do still have those conditions out there. And along the rest of the area, it's not just isolated to the pink box. That's just where the more likely scenario is. but we are all in a very dry air scenario, and the wind gusts are going to be in the area as well. Here in the Front Range, we're in a little bit of a wind donut hole where we won't get as strong of the gusts here in the Denver metro area. You see out there towards the eastern plains, those southerly winds are a little bit more powerful out there. Here's the wind gust forecast going forward through the day here. We'll probably see lots of gusts in the 10 to 15 mile per hour range, and then a few limited gusts in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range as we go through the day here. Now that red flag warning or fire weather warning is scheduled to go till 8 o'clock, but you can see here that the winds will actually increase higher in the later part of that warning, and then even stronger after the warning. But of course, the heat will be down and the humidity will have risen just a little bit. So, but the winds, if there is a fire, hopefully not, but if something gets going, it'll be difficult, very difficult to put out in the evening and later part of the night hours, because those wind gusts will be up there closer to the 35 to 40 mile per hour range, which during the day there'll only be periodic gusts of that nature. So we're looking for some rain and some cloud cover here in the futurecast. Statewide view here, not going to see a lot of action here towards the east of the Continental Divide, but in the mountains and parts of the western slope, once again, we'll see another round of isolated rain showers and thunderstorms develop about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You see here we are with the view at 3 o'clock, just a few light showers, maybe one stronger storm down there in the southwest in the San Juan Mountains. And then at 5:30, we still have a few isolated these showers are not long-lived, so they won't put down a lot of rain, but they could impact a few people. And then as we go through about 8 o'clock, those rain showers start to dissipate and the cloud cover goes away once again. Take a closer look here at the Front Range. Not seeing a lot in the way of actual precipitation, but you can see by about 1:30 we may have a few light showers or sprinkles going on up in the higher elevations, and then as we go through the day, those showers will attempt to move around a little bit, but they'll be kind of pop-up showers where they kind of come and go very quickly, don't put down a lot of moisture. And then on the Front Range, we won't see very much chances for precipitation, maybe a sprinkle, maybe 4 or 5 drops up there in Larimer County, but you do see the cloud cover being representative here on the Futurecast computer forecast model. And those afternoon clouds, if they do arrive, may give us a pretty quick a pretty quick reprieve from the heat that we will get today. So that will be a little different. The last couple of days, that sun has lasted all the way until it went down on the other side of the mountains. So at least we'll get a little break from some clouds today. Here's a forecast for Tuesday, even hotter out here on the Front Range and the Northeast Plains. You see that little pocket of heat pretty much in the same spot that it will be today on Monday, but just maybe a degree or 2 hotter. And then the mountains are checking in relatively warm for this time of year up there, and there will be another round of light showers up there. So we did not drop to 50, did not drop below 50 today. We are not forecasting it to drop below 50 tomorrow, which means our streak of consecutive days above 49 degrees is now at 94 days. And these are the longest streaks in history in the Denver metro area, where it did not drop below 40, drop into the 40s at least once. And if we can get through this cold front that's coming up on Thursday and Friday, then we may appear on this list, if not even break the record for the longest amount of consecutive days not dropping into the 40s a single time. Here's the jet stream forecast showing the upper air high above our heads. It's guiding the weather patterns. The orange ridge there that's shaped kind of like a mountain, that is the ridge of high pressure that's been in place here for a few days, and that will continue one more day delivering us that hot Tuesday. And then look out to the west. We have a low pressure system moving in. Not the biggest looking character there, but it is dipping a little bit towards the south and just organized enough to bring Colorado a cold front on Wednesday afternoon, and that will coincide with a little bit of moisture, so that could give us a good chance of picking up some rain on Wednesday, and then a cool, maybe a fall preview, one of those fall teasers that just briefly lasts. We'll be talking about turtlenecks and pumpkin spice for about 20 minutes, and then we'll move back into high pressure. As you see it out there towards the west coast, that's the next high pressure system that will be moving in, delivering us another warm and dry weekend coming up next week. So here's your 7-day forecast. As you see all that information represented on this graphic, 60% rain coverage on Wednesday. That has been trending up and up over the last couple of days, so it looks like a good bit of us here along the Front Range has a chance to pick up a little bit of measurable rain on Wednesday as that system moves through. Likely not any severe weather, although there will be some wind gusts involved with this system that's moving through. But I think generally we're looking at some nice thunderstorms to just deliver us a little bit of rain here, which is certainly needed at any time in this arid climate that we live in. And then on Thursday, that cool air from the north will continue to press down into the northeast part of Colorado, and that could keep our high temperature below 80 degrees. So we are forecasting 79 degrees at this moment, and then you see those low temperatures of 53 on Thursday morning and 54 on Friday morning. I really do feel like this front is going to drop us into the 40s, even though these are the most likely low temperatures here. The range, we have seen the computer models spitting out some 49-degree temperatures, so it'll be close. But if these, if the probability holds and we do not drop into the 40s, it looks like with that next ridge of high pressure, we could be looking at one of the longest stretches in Denver history not dropping into the 40-degree range. So there you see it. That's your weather information. Have a great Labor Day, and thanks for tuning in. See ya.